All right, so good morning, everybody. I hope you had a chance to catch the live last night. I do want to say something to you that, it's very early, and early morning is the time when I feel super connected. So if any of y'all would be interested in any early morning lives, I'm up for that. So just let me know in the comments here. I'm going to post this video in the Empress Club. This is really for twin flame energy. I know we just did the live last night, but I really feel like when we talk about mission, I really feel like I want to expand on that and what I'm talking about, because what I have been experiencing, okay, is the separation is for development of mission, especially when the twin energy becomes so entangled in relationship, blech, right? In so much in that, low vibration stuff, okay? And I just feel like that the universe says, okay, time out. Let's get back on track. Let's understand what we're doing here. Let's be part of, because you have a schedule here. This is not like, oh, la la la, whenever I get around to it. There is a schedule, okay? And even though we're all on different timelines, I do feel like the schedule, in a big broad sense, not in like a regular kind of time kind of way, 60 minutes to an hour and all of that kind of stuff. Not really in that way. But there are mileposts, mile markers that are on your path that cannot be ignored, but can be muddied if there is too much angst or upset or focus on relationship. Okay, so I'm just saying that to you because I do feel like that is why the King of Swords is showing up a lot. King of Swords and Queen of Swords is showing up a lot. It's like it's time to really be in that clear space, unencumbered by oh, why won't he call me, or why can't we talk, or why is this so effed up, or like sort of in that space. And so the King of Swords thing, the King of Swords, the Aquarius full moon, the star energy, this is really about that clear winter night. You can hear for miles, right? You know what I'm talking about. For those of you who watched that live last night, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it right now. It is about being in that experience. And so I wanted to do this reading first thing this morning because I woke up feeling like we talked a lot about mission. And okay, Mary Jo, so how are you going to help people move down their mission, move on their mission? So there's lots of things. I want to say this to you too, because I had a good talk with Colleen last night. I'm at Colleen's. For all of those yummy people out there who are like, who's that man walking around? That's Colleen's husband. Okay. Yes, and he's lovely. So I want to say this, that there's lots of things you can do, okay? I can bake a pie. I can change a tire. I can play cribbage. I can, also be very good at logistics. There's a lot of skill set that you guys have picked up along your working life or your living life. I'm really good at listening to people. I'm good at listening to their problems and sort of untying the knot, right? I'm sort of, you know what all of your skill set is, right? This is not necessarily a resume thing. This is just stuff that the intangibles about yourself. And I used to say when I was having so much trouble, I really had a collapse in 2008. That was the beginning of the spiritual journey for me. There was another sort of collapse in 2016 because I was failing to really listen to the path, and I really had no choice. I had really two very big tower experiences. And I remember during that summer of 2016, very late into the fall, saying to somebody, it was like the work I had done, the work that had earned me money for years was no longer available to me because I simply couldn't. I did not have the energy to sell that work, even though I found it valuable. People found it valuable. I simply didn't want to do it because it was no longer my job. Okay, I had done it. I had helped people. I'd done what I was there to do with that kind of work that I was doing. And now it was done, right? I could teach you to do it. I could teach other people to do it. And that's probably part of how we move forward in this. But that was no longer available to me. So I remember sitting there telling, I don't think it was Colleen, I think it was another one of my friends. And I said, I can change a tire, but I don't want to do that for a living. And it was a real awakening for me of going, yeah, there's stuff I can do. But the quality of, and I'm not saying that everybody here has necessarily, although I think a lot of you do, to use your spiritual gifts as your work, as the thing that you trade for 3D pentacly stability. All right. I don't think everybody here, because what I am aware of as an original twin is that there's original twins in all facets of life. Okay. Doctors, lawyers, policemen, politicians, and in the spiritual world. There are just in every single facet. Right? Wouldn't make sense if there weren't, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean your work is that. It's something that you can do. It's something that brings enlightenment and joy to other people. It's something that brings help to other people. But what is the thing that is going to you're most directed to, that the universe says, this is it, okay? And that's what I want to focus on with the channel over the next month or two. And I feel like that's going to unfold however it unfolds. But I really feel like finding that thing, because I do feel like the instability, and this is very 20th century. I mean, I was raised in a 70s household by 50s parents, right? By people who were in their 50s, but also 1950s. What is the work that is going to bring me stability? And I have felt that doing the thing, it didn't seem to me to be the obvious choice to bring stability. Really? You want to go up on YouTube and talk about tarot? Yeah, that sounds like a really stable thing to do. In my circle of friends, in my family, and my experience, I was like, that sounds not stable to me. But I wasn't really given a choice. I was shoved. Okay, I was shoved, and happily, it has not only brought me joy, but I feel very honored to be part of this community, and y'all on your path. If I can be lighting a torch and leading in any way, shape, or form, that is what I'm going to do. Okay, so, but my point is that there's nothing like finding the thing, your thing, that is just yours. Okay, it is your unique gift. It is what you're here to do. It provides you with stability. It provides you with, you don't have to worry so much about overhead, about keeping a roof over your head and keeping food on the table. There's just not that, right? It doesn't mean it happens overnight. It can be a, sort of a step up kind of process. It can be, but you know of it. You know it. It just, whoosh, it sort of takes you. So that's what I feel like we need to do next, is the anchoring in abundance, of these star seeds, of all of those in the ascension path who are leading others. You guys are leaders. Because I want to say to you, there's a lot of things I have done in the last 2 years that I could never have done before. And what I mean by that is, there's a lot of things I've said, there's a lot of things I've offered, there's a lot of things that I have done that I feel so much gratitude for, that I was able to be there if somebody needed me, if this was needed to happen, we did it, and that kind of experience. There's nothing so gratifying as that. And also I want to say to you that When you are in that solid anchoring place for yourself, just for you, okay, and maybe your children or your family or however it spins out from you, but that's really coming from you, you see the relationship piece in such a different light. Because I do believe in the 20th century, in the mid 20th century, there was a lot of, we couple because that's what's required in order for stability. I do believe there was an unspoken message in the mid part of last century that that was true. And I do feel millennials are upending that. I do feel like that is a thing that's not going to be. And so my job, I feel, is helping you find the path that I found, which is anchoring in stability, anchoring in your own abundance, so that when someone comes across your path and does some stuff, you can speak out. I felt like, oh, I don't think I can speak out to this person. I feel like I need their friendship, or I need their stability, or what if, you know, I need them or something. I mean, I'm just kind of ashamed to say that to you, but there have been plenty of people in my life that I felt like that about, that, oh, you know, I can't really say that because, you know, that would cause Thanksgiving to be a little bit awkward, or, but, you know, my job as a lot of air sign is to be in my truth. And so that caused a lot of problems. So when you look at your chart, we're going to be doing a course of about North Node. And you heard me talk about the North Node before, and I really feel like this is an important thing, is to find that North Node. And what is the quality of the North Node for you? Because the quality of my North Node is about communication and speaking truth. That's the quality of it, right? Your North Node could be a water quality or an earth quality, or, right? What am I missing here? Pentacles, wands, or a passion quality, right? Could be entrepreneurial, could be, you know, being in a space where you're doing the work you're doing and you're a sounding board, or whatever, you know, there's just a million different ways this could unfold. So we're going to be doing a course in September. Is it September, or is it later this month? Sorry, I think it's later this month in August, about the North Node. And I feel like that is going to give you some really, that is how I found my calling. So I want to share that with all y'all. Okay, so let me just do a little reading this morning. This is a kind of a long-winded way of saying to you that I just wanted to wrap up some of the stuff I said last night and give you the morning pages version of it. Julia Cameron, morning pages, I highly recommend. If you haven't done that, this is a way, also a way of you journaling every morning, 3 pages. Every morning, 3 pages. Just write. Don't stop until you're done with 3 pages. And that to me has also been very important. Also finding the time of day which you are most creative, you are most open. Mine happens to be between 6 and 10 a.m. or 6 and 11 a.m. That's really when I'm the best. And boy, I never would have said that a few years ago. You know why? Because I wasn't listening. I was sleeping through it. I wasn't listening. All right. So a couple cards here for you guys. This is for the Empress Club. If you haven't joined the Empress Club, that's what we do here. It's all about inspiring you to find your path. Holy crap. Literally, right? Higher power. New life. Observer. This is the Aquarian card. Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. So this is how you find the new life. Is really, I want to, whatever practice works for you. You don't have to do mine. Like I like Julia Cameron's The Artist Way. I like the morning stuff. I do feel like there are quite a few things out there, books or videos or something about morning routines. And I know, I remember when I was working in corporate that there was all these morning routines of billionaires and all this kind of stuff. There's a reason for that. I feel like there is this like anchoring in abundance, or anchoring in your channel, anchoring in your channel. Okay. So you're looking to this higher power. You're looking for the connection, and it's very King of Swords energy here. Very King of Swords energy. I really like this because it's King of Swords. Yeah. Okay. King of Swords can be a little cold, but I got to tell you, to me, King of Swords is just clear. Okay. Six of Wands. Let's do a little bit of stuff here. I just want a quick read for you guys. All right. So if you have been very, very worried, okay, happy days are here again. The Sun is the outcome card. There is no better card in the whole tarot than the Sun. All right. But look at what comes up to it. Okay. And sometimes it's about appreciation, gratitude. Okay. You could have resisted. I feel like some of you in this resistance pattern, really focusing on the past, really could have screwed up, could have done some stuff. This could be your partner, could have really messed up, or whatever. You could have really resisted what's going on with them. There is going to be a new opportunity. I feel like overcoming something that was very difficult is going to be happening here. There's a person that you're connected with, and I do feel like if this isn't the twin, this is the person blocking the twin, or this is the person that's in the path of the twin energy of being together. This is in the path of this. Two of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? This constant monkey mind crap. Okay, that is kind of in the way of it. Oh my God, did I do something wrong? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So there really is this Eight of Pentacles, working on yourself kind of stuff. Yes, it has taken a long time. Yes, there is action you need to take for yourself. The Magician and the Sun, one, single, not in this connection, not in a connection with anybody. You know, don't be so, this whole idea, this monkey mind stuff is really what's blocking. This stuff is really blocking, and it could be blocking for you. It could be blocking for them too. There's something that's being blocked here. There's connection being blocked. There's offers being blocked. There's all kinds of stuff being blocked. It has to be that way. So when you're worried, like, oh, did I make a mistake? Oh, no. No. No, you did not. I'm here to tell you. No. Your job is to be on your own. If that person, if that soulmate, if that twin flame, if that whatever, this other person, right? Because we're like, don't get tied down to, don't get too caught up in twin flame as a person. Twin flame is an energy. Go back and watch that video if you haven't seen it. I highly recommend that, because this is about pulling your heart out of this, taking your heart out of this, and being a fresh, clear observer, very objective. Okay. And seeing what was good, seeing what wasn't good, seeing all the stuff very objectively, and then taking action on it for your own happiness. And sort of like, this other person, I don't worry about them. I feel like they're going to be fine. I feel like there is work to be done. The separation is here because they have a lot of work to do. Okay. This could not have happened. If you feel like you rejected an offer or something along those lines, if you feel like that was a mistake, I don't feel like that's true. It had to happen this way. Knight of Cups. Right. This was a third party offer. So no, that's not, no, the other people. No. Don't even worry about that. If you rejected an offer that they were still in third party or something like that, you did the right thing. Okay. Just let it go. Let it go. It's blocking now your vision. It's blocking your vision of what needs to happen moving forward. Okay. So let's see. Let's talk about blocks. Blocks that need to be overcome here. Nine of Swords. Jesus H. Okay. Nine of Swords. King of Cups. Hermit. Okay. So this person, I feel like you're in this place of being upset or nervous about letting go of somebody because you know that there's love here. And that you got the Nine of Swords here twice. Basically you're clouding up your mind with worry and, like beating yourself up about something, when in fact this is a lesson to be learned. Hermit, this is a situation where, yes, you may have regrets, or you may feel like you resisted an offer and you are like, oh my God, did I do the right thing? Yes. Hermit, you're learning to do things differently. Remember what I said in the beginning of this reading about, oh, that person, you know, maybe I shouldn't have been so difficult or rough on that person. Maybe I shouldn't speak my truth because it's people are going to find that upsetting, like that whole like caretaking kind of thing. It's really humid here. um, you're doing the right thing. You're learning about what is love. You're learning about the love energy. You're not really good at talking about it yet. You're not really good at that. So this can't come together right now. Actions and advice for you. Tower, Knight of Swords, Page of Pentacles. So you may have resisted somebody. I think they're going to come back when their life, wow, it really is hot in here. I think they're going to come back when their life blows up. But if they offered you something in the third party and you resisted it, and now you're like, oh, did I do the right thing? See, look, I'm fixing my makeup here. Oh, did I do the right thing? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Okay, so just chill. Be good to yourself. You're doing a lot of this Nine of Swords stuff. And you know what? They are too. I feel like they are too. You had to push back on this offer because it wasn't high vibration. Their life is going to explode. Okay, their life is going to explode and they will come back quickly. Tower. I feel like they're going to come back very quickly. They have learned something new. Page of Pentacles. All right. Messages to you from this person. Messages to you from this person. I feel like you're standing your ground. You're being the magician here. They have to learn how to do that. Oh my God, the magician. They are going to learn how to do it. That's beautiful. You guys, Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Four of Cups, Empress. This was all about third party stuff, you guys. Three, and almost all these cards. Okay, so a three of Pentacles, Three of Swords. It didn't work when it's a third party. And look, staring at those Three of Cups, resisting the Ace of Cups. Empress, this is who you are. This is the energy of you. Okay, this Empress energy. And Empress is a three, but the three of the Empress is you, me, and the relationship is the third thing in this. Okay, and I feel like there's this, oh boy, there's a lot here. There's a desire here to have that third. It doesn't mean a baby. I mean, she's pregnant kind of in a lot of decks. But really what you're doing is you're birthing the relationship. So there could have been this misunderstanding. This person offered you a third party thing. Okay, Three of Cups over here. You got all the threes. And while you resisted that, you might have felt like, oh no, oh no, oh no. But the third thing is really when it's you and me in the relationship as the third thing, then we're good. Okay, then we're good. There was something here. This person knows. They were trying to make something work as a third party thing. And I feel like they're sad and upset that it didn't work, but they also know that it wasn't going to work. Okay. That it just was not, it was not stable. Okay. I love that you got the Sun here. Queen of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Seven of Wands. No more shenanigans. No more bullshit. I like it. Okay. Eight of Wands, lots of communication. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. This is beautiful. So this is you, Queen of Pentacles, must be sort of nonplussed or not like really freaked out by whatever went down here. If you had to push back on somebody, if you had to let somebody go and you were like, oh, but it's my twin, okay, so then release that idea that it's a person. It's not a person, it's an energy, right? Release that idea. So there's a lot of things that need to be released here. We got the Seven of Wands, the Five of Cups, Nine of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Seven of Wands, Eight of Swords. All these things need to be released. This is all like old patterns of being in relationship. And instead, you're sort of birthing a new being, a new person. You are a new person now. Brand new magician, both of you as magician. Isn't that amazing? Look at how powerful you are, both of you. And so now you're really seeing, look, the two babies here, brand new. You've said no. You've said no to a thing that was not in high vibration. So now all of this, your person here has to go through all of this, sort of walking through all of what they have to walk through, letting go of victim mentality, right? Standing up for oneself, not letting people take advantage of them, or you not letting people take advantage of you, okay? All of this stuff, not sort of being in this Three of Swords, all this other yuckiness, waiting for the third party thing to work out, just like no. Okay, so here's how it's going to come down. So there's going to be a moment, and there's going to be a lot of conversation that is going to be happening. A lot. There's going to be a lot of communication here. There's going to be a lot of standing in your power, being, in a loving, compassionate way. That's what the Queen of Pentacles is. This is you guys. This is what the Queen of Pentacles is. In a compassionate, loving kind of way. All right, this person's going to come raging back to you when when their life blows up on them. Okay, so now, how do we move forward? Because the Judgment card is the soulmate coming back from the past, just like the Six of Cups card is. Eight of Wands, we're talking a lot. There's going to be a lot of communication about what I learned on my summer vacation, right? There's going to be a lot of this stuff. This person may not be very good at it. They may be terrible at talking about it. There may be a lot of very King of Swords, Queen of Swords kind of communication that feels very not lovey-dovey, not watery, not earthy, not passionate, just clear. All right, in the full moon of Aquarius, full moon clarity. Yeah. Free yourself, past life relationship, healing family issues, codependency. That is what's going to be happening. So you're going to have these communications, and just deal with the energy of high vibration love with everybody you come across. This is not about one communication with one person. This is about really changing how you do relationship in your life across the board. Friends, family, relatives, co-workers, bosses. This is about changing and moving away from a codependent kind of, if I'm not good to them, then who will protect me? If I need somebody, who will be with me? It's actually the opposite. If you've been in that energy of, I don't really tell people the truth or my truth, not the truth, my truth, because I'm afraid that they won't like me or whatever. So this is a very codependent behavior. So this is the thing that's being healed right now. And so what that requires is this Aquarian full moon energy of clarity, of saying, this is what's good for me. This is what's good for me to do. This is not about you. This is about me. And this is what is going to be good for me in my relationships moving forward. This is how I'm going to change what I'm doing. And let's bring it back around to anchoring in abundance. Your work. How does that relate to your work? This is a massive transformation here, you guys. And it is about communication from a King of Swords place. Okay, there's going to be a lot of it. All right, so get ready. Get ready to learn how to anchor yourself in your own abundance. Nine of Pentacles, Magician. You have all the tools, okay? You have all the tools you need. I mean, you might need to learn a new skill or two, but you have the capability of it. It's not so far out there. It's not like I have to learn how to do open heart surgery tomorrow, okay? I don't have all of the prerequisites. I don't know the math. I don't know all of the medical terminology. Like that would just be a Herculean task. But I bet you anything, tomorrow I could do a creative piece on building our tarot deck. I could do a lot of things that are expanding my communication with you. Okay, that's what needs to happen. So this is kind of a follow-on to last night's reading. I hope this was helpful for you because you are observing your new life. What do you need to do to walk toward that? And being honest, because that person, not just the twin or twin energy, but all people in your life, you're going to see this communication is going to happen over and over and over again through the rest of this summer. Aquarius, full moon. All right, get ready.